spend more than 100 billion annually on just storing the data. And it's just a cost until it is at the point of impact that it's actually used. So I love that story of your dad. I'm also wondering which boyfriend it was that Taylor broke up with at that point in time. But yeah, and I love how it has fueled your mission now at SharkNinja, but really in the CPG organizations you've worked with. I think it's great. There's a lot going on where I would say also generative AI is making your vision increasingly possible, but it's also having a profound impact on the workforce. How do you see this playing out at SharkNinja?
Yeah. So um, I I believe we are experiencing another revolution, and as not an evolution, it's not happening slow. It's a revolution. It's transformative in the way that we're working. And that is the biggest difference with other periods in our history when something so profound has happened to us, like when electricity became available, or the industrialization era, where, automation brought so much change in how we worked at the time, where we went, from outside to inside big factories. So we've experienced in our history times of big change where the way work was happening and value collectively was creating changed. I think what's different now is the rate that is happening. Like it's happening by month to month, you see a big change. And with that, I mean, look, the way I do my job changed, right? Um, I, it's not a point of if it will happen. I think that what we need to be focusing on is how do we reskill and upskill ourselves to be ready for it, right? Because with any change, like some things, will go away with the old way of working, but there's going to be so many new things that will be available for the new way of working. And all we have to do is be able to make the switch. I don't know how ready we are. And I don't think this is an industry problem necessarily because it happens so broad and so fast. I think, and I spend a lot of time working with academia, for example, like what do we do to prepare the next generation of workforce that will enter, into our businesses to be ready for this, to think fast, to be able to pivot, to use new technologies. Um, what is the role of nonprofit in how they help with the reskill and upskill, right? So I think it's more of it's a broader problem than that just one company or just even one industry. It's going to be a lot broader than that.
For sure. It is. I do think of it as a generational shift, and it's a societal impact that we have to get right. And it's not just one mechanism, whether it's academia or the private sector or nonprofits, to solve for the reskilling because it's happening so fast. And so there's also a lot of fear out there that humans will be replaced